What's going on, everybody? It's your host of the Morning Beer Podcast, Devrell Davis, and I'm doing a really quick video. Haven't been on this for a while, or consistently at least, but doing a real quick video on a transition the Mets made today. They picked up Rich Hill from the Tampa Bay Rays. He's left-handed starting pitcher, about 41 years old. Actually, same age as me because yesterday was my 41st birthday. So happy birthday to me, I guess. And before we even get further into this, I just want to big up my girlfriend and the stuff that she purchased for me to make this one of the better birthdays and one of the better celebrations that I had. Of course, I'm in Mets gear, but what she did was go ahead and bought me some Mets cups with some Mets forks for the cake. You can see it right there. We had some Mets plates, and we also had some New York Mets napkins. So, I mean, you can't get any better than that for my 41st, which was July 22nd yesterday. And the person we're speaking about today is also 41 years old, and he's a belated birthday gift for myself, Rich Hill. He's left-handed pitcher. Mainly pitched for Los Angeles Dodgers. I remember him a lot with the Dodgers being in that rotation with Kershaw and being like a third starter behind him and a few other players. Very reliable, very durable for his age. He actually started 19 games this year, played in 19 games, started all 19 of his games. He actually had about 91 innings, only gave up 75 hits, has a 3.68 ERA, which it's not bad for a back of the rotation starter. He's going to give you innings. He's at least going to give you 5 innings each night, which is great to help give our bullpen some longevity throughout the year and throughout the rest of the year, and then going into the playoffs. God willing, knock on wood, if that do turn out to be the case for us. I think this is a playoff type move. This is what winning teams do to make the playoffs. This is a depth move, and it also stretches out the rotation behind hopefully a healthy DeGrom in the very near future, Tawan Walker and Stroman, and maybe even go with Tyler McGill right now, who's actually pitching somewhat lights out as a rookie this year. Right now, we're not going to have Peterson for a few more weeks, maybe about 8 more weeks. Well, in 2 more months, he might be back for September. When we stretch out the roster a little bit more, Lucchesi is done for the season. You can forget about him. Yamamoto, which is another depth piece that we had in the minor leagues, seemed like he's not going to be there for a while. And Sapulki, who didn't even, I think he only pitched in 1 game in Atlanta, and he didn't do too well, but he's pretty much done for the season. All we gave up for Mr. Hill, Rich Hill, was pretty much Tommy Hunter and a low A catching. Might not even be a prospect. He's pretty much somebody that's pretty much a lower level prospect. He was a 4th round pick last year in the draft, but he was more so just a pickup in the draft. The reason why he went this early is because we could pay him on the lower end and pretty much give more money to higher valued prospects, which was drafted higher in the draft, so they could definitely sign. So he wasn't looked at as somebody in the radar of the Mets' future. He was looked at more so as just, sliding in, somebody that we could just draft or whatever, just a warm body. We definitely have other catching prospects coming up. Of course, Francisco Alvarez, who is our main prospect and shooting up right now. I looked on the top 50 list and the top 100 list, and he's shooting up higher and higher each day on these lists as a top prospect in baseball. So we're in no need of Dyer. Right now, this is a move to help transition us into the playoffs and hopefully give us some more healthy options to pitch for the rest of the year. Rich Hill is very reliable left-hander, which gives us more versatility in the rotation because we are pretty much right-handed dominant right now because, of course, we've only been having DeGrom consistently, Walker, Stroman, and McGill, and Lucchesi and Peterson's been hurt. So I like this move. Not opposed to it at all. A lot of people thinking that, it's dealing with Tampa Bay. They might fleece us. We gave up Tommy Hunter, who's not going to pitch for the rest of the season, and he wasn't going to be anything for us. So, in a way, that's a win already right there. Dyer was nowhere in our radar anytime this season or next or anytime in the near future. So, it's not even. We didn't lose nothing going into this this trade. Now, do I see more trades coming in the future? Yes, I think this is a precursor to many more trades coming up. If we could win these trades like how we won this one today, in my opinion, who knows what Dyer becomes. But right now the forecast is looking like he's not really that big of a prospect. So if Rich Hill could perform for us for the rest of the year and help us make a playoff berth, then I'm totally 100% loving this trade right now. If he stays healthy, pitches the way he had a sub 4 ERA, maybe a sub 350 ERA for the rest of the season for us, eat innings, get us at least 5 innings each night, and help us, because right now we have a lot of doubleheaders coming up still to make up games that we didn't make up. We have a lot of tougher teams coming up. This is a playoff driven, more so of a clutch caliber type pitcher. I'm 100% down for this. Now let's look at potential trades that could still happen. Are we still going to make starting pitching moves? Which Zach Scott said this is our number one priority, to get more starting pitching. This is what helps you win the playoffs, help you get into the playoffs. Do I still see a Berrios on in the future? Do I still see maybe somebody from Cincinnati or other the Pirates pitchers like Tyler Anderson and stuff like that? Maybe not Tyler Anderson because we already got the left-hander we needed. But do I see a Berrios in the future? I think starting pitcher is our main goal right now. I think even though we got Rich Hill, I think we're still going to get another starter, maybe closer to the front end, more like a third starter. Now, could we also talk to Chicago for Zach Davies, or maybe even I've seen the other pitchers they have. Kyle Hendricks, I don't know, you'll have to give up a lot to get Kyle Hendricks, but I do see another starting pitcher in the radar. I'll give up a little bit for Zach Davies again. And I think we replenish our farm system a lot via this draft that we just had. I think some of the lower fringe prospects that we're willing to give up, like we gave up in this trade right here, could benefit us if we could get somebody like Zach Davies to help us get into the playoffs and put him with Rich Hill and then help lengthen out that starting rotation. Also, I want to say, if possible, if Rich Hill is not, starting for us in the playoffs, if we do make the playoffs, he could also go in the bullpen. He's a very versatile pitcher in that sense, because he has performed in the bullpens for many years when he was in Cleveland, Boston, and other teams, Yankees. He already performed in New York. So this is something that winning teams do, and type of trades winning teams do in July. And this is something that I really like. A lot of people don't like it. They're like scared to deal with Tampa Bay. They think Tampa Bay's going to fleece you, blah, 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 this and that. I get it. Yesterday, Tampa Bay got Nelson Cruz for two of their top prospects. They're trying to make a playoff push. You must be wondering why they're giving up Rich Hill. Did his spin rate go down when all the spite attack controversy came to fruition? Is he still going to be effective? Yes, he came off a few bad starts and everything, but this is just a person that's 41 years old and knows how to pitch, and he's been pitching well for years, and he pitched well in the National League. So that's another thing that he pitched well last year for Minnesota. He pitched well for the Dodgers for like 4 years prior to that. So I'm 100%. He knows the league. He knows the National League. He knows how to pitch in here, and I think he's going to do well for us. Now, do we need a bat? Well, our offense has been like top 6 in the league since the All-Star break, since J.D. Davis came back. I could see. I like the rumors for Whit Merrifield from KC. I like his versatility. I like the fact that he can play outfield and play a little bit play the infield, second base. Maybe move McNeil to third, or maybe move Merrifield to third. I like versatile players like they're looking at, like Chris Davis, who can play the outfield, all 3 outfield positions, and third base. Either one of those. I know Merrifield might have to give up a little bit more because his contract is a little bit longer, and it's on the cheap end, so it is a benefit. It is a really good contract. I think we could make a offensive move. Will it be something more sort of caliber of Asdrubal Cabrera? Who knows? But I do see another move coming up, and as soon as it does happen, if you have an idea or feel that there's a move that's gonna be made, please leave the comments below, and I'll try to make a video on that as soon as possible. But if a move is made anytime, we have till the 30th. This is July 23rd, so we have about 7 days to go. I'll definitely be here to talk to you about it. Maybe we even live stream on that day, towards the deadline, and maybe my first live stream ever, we might do that. That's a good option right there. So I'm your host of the Morning Beer Podcast, Devereaux Davis. We traded for Rich Hill, and if you like, definitely press that like button, share, subscribe, and tell a friend. And I'll talk to you later. Peace.
Peter Pan, that's what they call me. Promise that you never be lonely.